Okay. So the article that I wrote in Natural Awakening was in the middle of March. And at that time, there were 761 reported cases of COVID-19. There were 27 deaths at that time. So the U.S. has a population 330 million. And the flu, common annual flu, kills between 15,000, 60,000 a year. That's 0.02%. 0.02%. So 27 of 761. How much is that? Yeah, it's kind of, you can't even compare them. It's like, yeah, it's like, who cares? You know, no big deal. At that time, when those numbers were present, China had offered that their mortality rate, death rate, from coronavirus was in the 3.4% range. 3.4%. Annual flu, 0.02%. 3.4%. These are massively different numbers. Are you with me? Massively different numbers. The World Health Organization at the same time, it's a month ago, suggested that the number was wrong. It was probably more like 5%. 5%? Are you kidding me? 3.4% of the U.S. population. We're talking about 1.65 million people dead. I probably totally screwed that up. Trying to say numbers. It's an interesting part of our communication cycle, but it's useful. I mean, there is something to get across, and I hope you're enjoying the kind of spaces in between, because the story's a broader continuum. If you're getting my gist, I hope you are tracking that it's not about these numbers and what these numbers mean and what it really means and what's really happening, because there's something deeper, more profound. In the first post I did the other day, warning shot across the bow of humanity. Coronavirus is part of the cycle of a deeper cycle of something more profound than whether we can isolate. Good for us. Has definitely been flattening the curve. Social distancing, washing our hands, wearing masks. It's working. But here's the problem. The virus has a curve, a natural waveform. And the truth is, because it's a novel virus, it's a new virus, we don't know if this is the top of the wave of the biggest curve or whether it's just a trough and that there'll be another bigger wave. And over a matter of months, years, it's just another pathogen in the environment. And if you look at the numbers associated with, Ebola, just simply, breaking loose onto the planet, what you come up with is, just the model of any organism, replicating itself, single cellular organism replicating itself every second. So that you have 2, 4, 6, 8, and just go. And what happens is you achieve critical mass, and it just goes whoomp, and it's taken over everything. So potentially, and this has been theorized, is that any one of these novel organisms could be the one, and our infatuation with the sci-fi, the fantasy movie genre of zombie apocalypse, and it's associated with usually with radiation and microorganisms, or both, or something like that. It's wonderful. We like to be entertained. The problem is if we link a negative emotional hook with the experience of the entertainment, then our body, our endocrine system, can't differentiate between the fear that we experience, that we think we would want and like, versus the fear we experience in real life. I mean, the feeling's the same, and so the physiologic effect is the same. So I contend that movies and TV, particularly things that are really violent or things that evoke strong emotions, actually have been created by the consciousness of us as spiritual beings to help us wake up, to recognize that it's a tool, it's a spiritual exercise that we can intentionally engage in as we watch the TV or we watch the movie. We can step back, become the objectified observer. And we can identify the emotional charges, and in the movie theater or in our living room watching TV, it's a totally safe space. I'm on the couch, it's like my home. I know where I am. There's food in the fridge, air conditioning is on. The people I love are around me, and I'm watching this frightening thing, and I can do it because I've got this safe space. So I can allow myself to experience that, but our body doesn't differentiate. And when we start to get this consciously, we can step back and go, whoa, 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 this is a projection. It's a movie, it's a TV show. And we can choose to disconnect from the emotion. We can allow it, but just choose to disconnect, or imagine that you take the fear, grab it like a sword, and pull it out, drop it, pull it out, just let it go. And we can do that in our mind eye, in our imagination. Pull out the anger. Let it go. So I believe we've actually created all of these media manifestations as a spiritual tool, to use them as a particular exercise to have a safe space in which we can practice not feeling the fear and the mental value judgment projections, of which there's 3. Shame, blame, guilt. There they are. We have free will. The only one who judges us is ourselves. There is no other judgment. The divine, God, the Christ, the Buddha, judge not. Judge not. Authentically accept us, love us as we are. Unconditional. Unconditional. Why not? We can do that too. Why not? just a choice. So, coronavirus. I think we should pick up the coronavirus next time. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Ciao for now.